part two to did Boots Ennis duck Teofimo Lopez? So I just recently seen a video with Eddie Hearn, and this is what he had to say.
I think for Boots, like we talked about fighters that want legacy, all he wants to do is fight the champions. And I
Mhm.
think physically it would be more beneficial for him to move to 154.
Mhm.
But he just, he is world champion at 47. So whilst he can still make it, he just wants to fight the champions. Now, obviously, there's a chance of potentially fighting Lopez. It's not a champion, but I get the fight. It's a great fight and it's a big profile fight. And I think the only thing he's concerned about is whether he can still perform. He
Mhm.
doesn't want to just turn up one day and underperform.
Mhm.
And he feels like that's the only thing that's affecting that factor is the weight cut. So
Yeah.
he hasn't got many more, if any, left at 147. And whilst he's there, he just wants to fight the champion.
Now, see, when I listen to Eddie Hearn say what he just said, that makes me think that Boots really was concerned about fighting Teofimo Lopez and actually rejected the fight. But the problem that I'm having with what he said was that he said that the reason why he's worried about the fight is because of the weight cut. But when Boots Ennis just had his last fight against Stanionis, he said he makes 147 with no problem. This is what I'm saying. It seems like Eddie Hearn and Boots Ennis and his team is always on different pages. I just don't understand this. Which one is it, Boots? If you can make the weight with no problem, then why is your promoter saying that you're concerned about performing well because of the weight cut? I'm just not getting it, man. The thing is, it's just not adding up. I don't get it. So, I got to hear what Boots says. I want to hear if Boots says he has no problem making the weight and that he's, definitely interested in fighting Teofimo Lopez. But it seems like that ship is already sailed. So, once again, before a Boots in his fight, it seems like him and Eddie Hearns are on different pages. And I'm just not I'm not getting it. Somebody is not telling the truth here. Either Eddie Hearn or Boots Ennis. Which one is it? Right? He said Boots wants to fight for legacy, wants to get all the titles. But listen, it's about who you fighting for the titles too, Boots. It's about who you fighting for the titles too. Right? Mario Barrios, or Teofimo Lopez. I know he's moving up in weight, but Teofimo Lopez is a much bigger name. It's a much credible victory over him and would mean more to your legacy beating Teofimo than beating Brian Norman or Mario Barrios. So why you keep? That's what I'm saying. I'm just very confused about this whole situation. But we'll see what Booth says. At some point he got to come out and say something. I'm sure YSM will have an interview with him or maybe his dad, and we'll get to the bottom of this. But right now, this thing sounds crazy. Right now, it sounds really crazy. I don't know what the hell is going on. But at some point, we will get to the bottom of this.